If Anthony's here, we can get started. Sorry, I had this all adjusted and knocked it off of the stand. So I had to go out and come back in. All right, there's Ro. Love you too, Ro. I was watching your video earlier today. Girl, you got more going on than a rooster with 30 hens. I made that up, by the way. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. We had a board meeting at the Ark last night, and I talk about non-fishy stuff. Right? I usually do anyway. And I went ahead and said that's what we're going to do. And we said, well, we didn't vote on it. And I said, I'm the shelter director. We don't need to vote on it. It's going to happen. So there you go. When I'd gone to Chattanooga the other day to Petco for the second day, I guess, of the $1-gallon sale, which I want to talk about some tonight, as evidenced by the reference in the title. Everybody had on masks, and I was like, wow, these people are really doing a good job. I'm glad I brought a mask with me and all that. And I found out last night it's the law in that county, the next county. So I guess it is in all the counties now. So road trip. No road trip today. Nope. What I'm going to be doing this evening, I wish I was on a damn road trip, is my taxes, but it won't take long. I only have income from my Social Security, disability, my pension from a place I worked 16 years, and then income that I take out of my IRA each year. So it will be easy, be just like last year's. The same amounts, everything. So it won't take 15 or 20 minutes. We'll be here, Ro, I hope. Let's see. How many people are in here? Hey, Susan, and welcome. How many people are in here? I can't see that. I hate that on StreamYard. Huh. But tell you real quick a couple of things I want to do tonight. Hey, Rock and Roll Rat. The axolotls are doing awesome. I'm expecting those to hatch out in the next 2 days. I'm planning on pulling those tonight or in the morning, the eggs, and putting them over in some plastic totes, some bins with some aeration going. 13 and 16. Oh, okay. That's interesting, huh? Anthony must have used his extra personas. Fish Room Fever. It's got a sticker, and it's 99 cents, and it doesn't show me what it's for on StreamYard, but I bet you it's a pile of poop, or puke, or sweat, or something other bodily function. Some body function, no doubt. Hey, Cowboy, howdy. Hey, Maria, she's 19. That reminds me, let me tell you guys what we're going to do, what I plan to do. I've got a list to remind myself to get through. I've got 2 cards, 2 envelopes from Pam's to open, the long-awaited cards. And I want to talk a little bit about, if we have time toward the end, about stream change time, possibly doing 2 a week and see which one we like better, and then dropping back to 1. Memberships, I want to talk about that again. In fact, I've got memberships set up to go, but just am not, I'm 50-50. I need to be 51-49 on doing that. People keep asking for them. My issue with them, well, let me get on through this agenda. Want to have a, also I have a box to open, and it's from the Cork Place, and that's from Maria. Some of you might have been on the stream, I guess, was it last week? We were at Petco, yeah. And I couldn't find any cork, and they didn't have any, they said. And so after the stream ended, after my battery died, I went over and found some. But in the meantime, Maria had already ordered some cork, I found out. So That box came today, so I have not opened it, and I haven't opened the card, so I'll do that. Some people think that's boring, but it's the highlight of my day, guys. Sad but true. It is in this stream. So talk about memberships. I hope James is still around then. Hey, Dan's Fish. Glad you made it. You're a lurking and a working, and been talking to Dan today. Ordered some fish, so I answered you about the beta, Dan. So yeah, getting 3 new kinds of fish in a couple of days. I'm excited about that. I want to talk about a couple of the tanks and look at them if we have time for that. And if this group wants to, we'll go ahead and do the 3rd giveaway. I still owe you guys 1 more giveaway. Promised 3 at the 1,500 mark, and no darn not now. And we're past that mark, and I've done 2 of them. One was an impromptu last week in the live stream, and the second one was that same night, impromptu, not unannounced at Dan's Fish. So we can do one today if you want to. It's up to you guys. And I imagine you're going to say yes, so that's fine. Hey, Angelfish Keeper. And I'm way behind on saying hello to everybody. So Scott Backer, Dragon Lair, Cowboy, Maria, Leah. Thank you, Leah. Haven't seen Leah, it seems like, in a week or 2. Good to see you. I got me a new, another holder for my phone, and it's exactly like the one that I love that I've got attached to my windshield. So it's attached to this 33 long tank, and it's hopefully to help me minimize me doing like that. I know you guys get tired of seeing my nose hair, so we'll see how it goes. It's hard to break that habit because I wear bifocals. So. Chewy, welcome. Welcome. Kirk, Susan, we saw. Who is Joel? I don't see a Joel. Oh, Joel G. Duh. Have to scroll it down enough. Who else? Tiffany. Said hi to Tiffany. Just want to see that I know who all's in here now. Peplin Crete. Hey there, James. It's a poop. That's what I figured, Dragon Lair. You know, James has no shame at all. None at all. I think he started that pooping stuff. David Sampson. Hey, David. Scott Backer. I saw that red and thought it was going to be a $50 one. Oh, well. Do we have a mod here? Yeah, we got a couple mods here. If one of you mods would not mind doing it, it'd be easier than me losing the stream. Post Nathan's GoFundMe. Zen Ginger, also known as Amanda, also known as Mandy, set up a GoFundMe for Nathan last week so that Amy could get some help with his headstone. And a goal was set for $1,000. That was kind of done by a committee in my truck driving to Atlanta, and we kind of elected Mandy to do it. So she did, and did a great job with it. It's very to the point. But it's got about 400 in it, I think, so far. And most of them are small donations. Mine is. So anything you can give toward that, Nathan can still use our help. And we can knock that out, I hope, in a couple of weeks so he can go ahead and get a stone made and get it up. So leaky dishwasher. I quit using my dishwasher a long time ago. Anthony can attest to that. I did wash those dishes, Anthony, and I've got more in the sink now. I don't wash my dishes every day usually. I like to use paper plates. I use the real paper, not the plastic. There's a Susan for SLC Aquatics super sticker for $19.99. Thank you, Susan. And I can't see what it says on it. So that's weird. I wonder why I can't see that. I do the 3 dots beside it, but I bet it would do something I don't want to do. Hey, Diego, welcome. I posted it out on my community tab too. Thanks for reminding me, Maria. And Amy asked me if I would mind sharing that, and I told her I would be honored and it would be my pleasure to do that. You know, she won't ask for anything, and I know she wants to get a stone up um, as soon as possible. Any of us would, you know, and he needs a stone there. We got him his 1,000 subscribers and more, and still growing. So he needs us once again to get that headstone up. So we'll do that. So thank you, Anthony. And you guys feel free to copy that and share that everywhere you go. You know, in your descriptions of videos, there's a great place. If you feel like it, if you don't want to, that's fine. But it doesn't cost anything at all to share it. So as I'm doing like that, doesn't cost anything to share it. So it's amazing how much people can do with, you know, like-minded people, as the saying goes, and just working with a common goal. All right. So I'm going to, because I can still drink coffee, I wanted to show you guys my cup. This is a cup when I was still working at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Healthcare Services was the overall department where all of the medical, nurse, doctors, all that work. Another day in healthcare services, that when you turn it around, no, it doesn't have anything vulgar, but this is what you see. Just all the craziness, sorry. There we go. A lot of our work was telephonic, teaching, approving things, reviewing things, that kind of stuff, reviewing benefits with members. I was in transplant, and so I was reviewing requests for that from facilities all over the U.S. You could have Blue Cross Blue Shield and live anywhere, really. We had a couple in Saudi Arabia, families that had moved over there, still had their Blue Cross. So that's my cup today, and that's kind of the way my day feels. I've got so many projects going. I don't know which one to do next. Hey, Lori. On your end or my end? Or can you tell? I'm not getting any buffering here or anything, so hard to say. Not a Metallica fan. All right. Kirk's telling it like it is. Well, I'm going to go ahead and open up these cards from Pam. And there's one that says July the 9th. And there's one that says July the something that I can't make out. So one of them's thick, so I'll do the thicker one. Part of my job is to do appeals to try and squeeze more money out of the insurance companies. Okay, so you're with the facility. Awesome. Yeah, and sometimes that works. One of my favorite parts of being a case manager, which I've kept up, I don't know why I need to let it lapse, I'm never going to use it, but being a nationally certified case manager was, you know, self-funded groups only have the benefits for what they have. So like if Little Debbie or TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority, or Federal Employee Program, FEP, one of those kind of groups is self-funded, but they pay an insurance company to administer their benefits. If their insurance says nothing that's I&E, investigational or experimental, there's no benefit for that. Well, most of the stuff in, oh, cool, Leah. I think I knew that. Yeah, they actually gave us those for something. You know how they give you so much stuff. They gave me a candle holder when I left and a shirt with Blue Cross on it. Like I want to wear that out somewhere. But yeah, if you don't have benefits, but you know, say it was for a transplant, for a stem cell transplant. But if you're looking at, I don't know, $1 million worth of chemo, just for an example, over the next 5 years, and that's the standard, and then the end result is not favorable, it's not a good outcome, but you've still spent $1 million. But if you look at a stem cell transplant, which I'll say it's $750,000 and it's a 50-50 outcome, well, which do you think is the smartest to do? So, you can go to, if a patient will say they want to grieve it, you can go to the medical director and get them to override it as a cost savings. So my favorite part of my job was getting benefits for people that were hard to get or that they didn't have as a cost savings, because when it comes down to it, especially a self-funded company, it's all about the money. All about the money. Got a cool card here. Pam loves bears. So this was the little card that was inside the first envelope. And then I have two cards, or the little ACEO cards. Oh, I'd almost forgot. There's my Nelson. The glare there, that's a little better, I think. There's my Nelson. It looks just like him, and there's the thorn thing that he has in there. He's a lot bigger than that now, though. He's grown. He's a big boy. I'm going to be moving Nelson, and I hope to talk about that a little bit while I'm on here today. It's going to be boring, but I'm going to be moving a bunch of stuff. So there's Nelson, my blue-tongued skink. And this one, I don't know who I was bidding, but somebody and I were bidding. It might have been Kim. I don't know. We were back and forth, but I wanted that bull, and I got him. I really liked how he turned out. So, hey Jason. Metallica, and I don't know anything about that. So, I got a heart from Steamfight Aquatics, so that must be on his members only stuff that I made a comment about. It was Punchy Paints, Punchie Paints, and she actually streams tonight. Rock and roll. She's after Dan. Dan is on, I think, 9 to 10:30, and then Pam's on 11 to whenever. And she actually gives them away. So, and it's just picking a number. There's Pam right there. Yep, getting compliments about your art, Pam. So I directed that young man to check you out. Or young lady, rock and roll rant. I'm not sure. Talking about you, you know how I'm always talking about you. This one's got a bear in it also. I think Pam's using these stiff cards too as a way to kind of protect the cards so they don't get bent. They're laminated. This one I like too. I like Pam's birds, and I've got a couple of them framed there. I think that's an osprey, like the big one I've got framed. But yeah, and to have first choice on these little cards, they sell for, well, I guess around $30. Some are more, some are less, but she gives them away. Sometimes she auctions them. But if you want to get one free, you just have to be a Patreon. And correct me if I'm wrong, Pam, but I think that only costs $1 a month to have the chance to buy one free, to buy one first, not free. I'll get it right, maybe. So you get an email when she posts them, and watch out for the email. Thank you, Candy, and welcome, Candy. Probably you've been there and I haven't seen you either. Thank you. Candy, I made a link today. I did one last week too. I know, right? Proud of it. I had a link ready. So I think I'm about to get StreamYard figured out. Thank you, Candy. And there's Pam's Patreon. So go on and join, and you can get emails about this art and be the first to buy them. I know I do some. I've got a collection of them here. All right, and then I've got a box here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because I sure don't want to mess up all of this. Oh, God. God, is the circus in town? The box is here. It's a good sized box, but it's light. And it's from Jeline K. Cork Group. Tradition and innovation since 1855. Cork floors, cork walls, closures and stoppers, cork sheets and rows. Oh my gosh, it's a big box. So let's see. You know, in the backstory is Petco told me they didn't have any cork items that I could put in the new boa constrictor, ball python, boa constrictor, ball pythons habitat to help retain moisture in there. I was having trouble keeping it damp. But I did find them there and got one before I left. I got two actually. So, you guys still can't see what I'm doing, can you? I know I'm going to knock this phone off. There. Kind of, sort of. Oops. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my golly. So, there's the name of the company. And I don't think I'm showing any personal stuff. Hope not. So, and it's from Canada. And it's virgin cork bark. Looks like 2 pieces of flat. Oh my gosh, look at all this. Oh, thank you, Maria. Oh, wow, and these are nice pieces. Look at how thick these are. I have the lights on too, it's the sad thing, and that's what all of the light we're getting. There's one. Look at this. Oh, this mattress box. The cats can have that. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The smaller one I'll use for the snake, but this I don't think. It might sit up on its side and fit in Sand Creek's snake habitat, but it's got all of these grooves. This is just cork bark right off the tree, but it's got all the space underneath to hide. I'm thinking to lean that up against the side. He does like to climb, and balls typically don't, but occasionally you get one that does, and he still likes to climb, but he likes to be able to get underneath something quick. So that's, ooh, that just, thank you, Maria. That is so nice. And this stuff is not inexpensive either. That's very, very nice. She said something in the chat about she wanted to help with the snake, so that's incredible. That's I said the box was not, but that's a heavy piece of cork. And then this is typically what you see and buy as a large piece, like at Petco or PetSmart, something like that. So this is a huge, huge piece. Wow, that's nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. And get sit down before I jerk the phone around again. That wasn't a boring unboxing at all, was it? that was exciting. Candy and I already Google Earthed his house, know right where to drop the bomb. What? What are you talking about? That's the small and medium. Oh my God. Let me try to get a... Look at this. You know I'm not a small person. Look at this. Look. It's huge. I could make a vest out of it. It's gigantic. I don't want to break it up because it's so nice, but if I can't get it to fit in there so that he's comfortable you climbing up it and going under it, I might even be able to use this little one that I did buy and put it under this. If not, I'll let Nelson, if it's all right, have the big one in his 55-gallon because he is a big boy, and let Sand Creek use the small one, which is also bigger than anything he's got right now. I'm going to be giving him a mouse again either tonight or tomorrow. It's been like 8 or 9 days. So thank you, Maria. That was really sweet of you. That's nice. She's probably tired of hearing me going around, where's the cork? Where's the cork? And then they said there wasn't any, and then I finally found it. You know, very typical. Very typical of me. Can't see it for looking at it. That was really, really nice. and very appreciated. Very appreciated. Well, I'll make the best use of them for Sandy's, what we've been calling him, the snake, because that's who I went there looking for. But I also want to use the same method for Nelson, the lizard. Hey, Marco, and welcome. That was a really nice video you had out yesterday with the flowers. I enjoyed that. It was, I don't know, was it like 15 minutes? And it went by just like, boom, like 2 minutes. But it was so relaxing and beautiful. And guys, if you love plants, I know you do, Candy, check out Marco's flower video yesterday. That was just gorgeous. And the music, too. Good video. Alrighty. So we opened the cards, we opened up the box, and both of them exceeded what I thought they were going to be. I did mention that memberships might be coming. I did take the time to go through the process to see how to set them up. I think the start at either $1.99 or $3.99, and I did 4 levels. So they're like $3, $5, $10, and $15 maybe. And different content. The hardest part was to come up with, and I think that's where people that have memberships fall short, at least the ones that, that I've, did you, Marco? Good. Okay. I couldn't remember. I don't always leave a comment either. I'm forgetful. I'll watch videos or have things on, and then it'll go to the next video, the next, and then I'm 2 or 3 away and haven't left a comment. Well, I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think I'm going to try it because every time I mention it, people will say, go ahead and do it, and it's something you can stop at any time. I think I can do what I've indicated I would do. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Which is what most of my stuff is anyway. Some of it's video that's not going to be shown, that's going to be thrown away. And I actually do have some like that, as bad as what I show is. I do have some that I was going to throw away before, and I did a couple videos on that, and people liked it. It was mostly close-ups of fish and things that had the dogs barking. Of course, I show that too. I mean, you guys are used to dogs. So we'll see, and if nobody wants it or it doesn't go over, that suits me fine. I'm okay. But since people have asked and kind of encouraged me, I guess, to do it, I'm gonna try it. I don't know when I'll launch it. I still have other things to do, like make a video announcing it, a couple things like that. I'm 42% there, and what I've submitted has been approved. You submit it and YouTube approves it. So any thoughts you have about that, and even if you're watching the stream afterward, give me your thoughts about memberships. I did go through some of mine and change them again because you have to review them periodically. If people tell you they're going to do 2-hour videos a week that are members only, and they haven't made any video for 6 months, that's a job. It's like a job. So why would you keep giving them $10 a month? That's $60, and they haven't done anything. So it's a two-way street, but and you understand if somebody's been in the hospital or, or had a baby or a life event, that, they had to miss once, but, just not endlessly on and on. So I see it kind of taken advantage of. I think people started out with good intentions and then they lapse and then it becomes a habit. Sorry, all that noise is Tibby trying to dig to get in the box, and what he's done is closed one of those flaps of the box and he's standing on it. So he's trying to pull it up while he's standing on it. Tibby, it won't cooperate. Bless him. Now don't bother the cork. He's going to move on to the cork now. All right. Hey, Aquaballs. Hey, George. The stream changed. A lot of people or at least a lot of people in my world, in my circle, in the fish fam, are um, reviewing, thinking about, or actually changing their stream days or times, adding or taking away. Some people already stream 2 or 3 times a week, and some people stream intermittently when they want to. They're not on a schedule. Some people, like myself, go once a week. So what I thought I might try, and not for long, because it took me a while, to get used to having to do a scheduled stream, because I really like impromptu, and I kind of feel like if you're scheduling something, unless you have things lined up like openings and tanks to show, and I have all that, but I'd rather show when things are going on of interest and not just the same old thing, But that's just me. I like to share things when they're going on, when they're happening live, and even like the other night when the dragon puffer got over in the other side. It was all about food, and somebody said, well, maybe you should put the camera down. Well, if I thought I needed to do that, I would have. But that's the kind of thing I like to include people in if I can. There's a whole bunch of stuff, Susan. You actually can just click on membership, and it will tell you. There's a membership tab like down on the left. If you're doing like videos, that kind of stuff, click on membership. Of course, you have to be monetized, but there are some other things. It used to be that you had to have like 10,000, I think, but they've started extending them recently to small channels like myself, and I think a lot of people are taking advantage of the option. It's a great option to have, but it's also great to have the option not to do it, or to pause it, or to come back to it. So one thing that I did notice is that you can't change your criteria or your amounts, I think is what it is, once you've submitted those, because I guess they don't want people to come back and renege, to take to less than what they said they would do and what was approved. I've got some of my little homegrown tomatoes here. I was out there and did there weren't a whole lot on the vines that were red or orange or yellow, because I was eating those as I was going. So I've still got the stem on it. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so sweet. Those are good. So that's what I'm eating. I'm not chewing gum. But if you don't see it, Susan, let me know, and I'll try to find a link. I saw somebody said, hey, Zach's. Hey, Zach's. Zach's Tanks, crazy aquarium guy. Mr. Kaler. Yeah, am I Bobby, or is Bob Steenfalt Bobby? I had some confusion about that. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, that's good. The reason that I thought about, one of the reasons, there's a lot of them, pro and con, but what it boils down to is that this time is a lot of time that people are getting off work. They're about to get off work. It's 6:15, 6:30, whatever it is here in East Tennessee, and you go over toward Middle Tennessee, and then it's 7:15, 7:30, but it's 9. I'm sorry, it's going backwards. You lose an hour as you go over, so it's 5, 4, 3. So people are still working at 3 and 4, and some at 5 when I'm going live stream in the other time zones that are west of us. Got it. Hey, Dave. Dave had a great stream today. Great discussion on there. I had to bite my tongue. But he had some really good people on there presenting some great points. It was a great. Check it out if you missed it. It's the time, because I even have a couple of mods that have to work over sometimes, and they're able to come back and catch it, but they wish they could. They haven't suggested I change the time, but I thought, well, why wouldn't I if I could have another person come on a regular basis? 4:35 for me. Yeah, and Candy's always working. She never stops till she goes to bed, I don't think. I think I can quote her on that. but at least she gets a break in the evening and some family time, and might be able to, go on streams without working at the same time. So the problem with Wednesday is, or the issue, it's not a problem, is that I think it's booked up. I think there are like 11 people last time I counted that start up, and I think about the only time that's open is 4. I think I looked a couple of days ago, and yeah, I know it's true. God love her, she just never stops working. But so it wouldn't help me to move my time up and to go back. I know Rob 93's right behind me, and he loves his time, I know, and he has a great attendance, and people are home from work, in this area and Candy's area too. By then, it's an hour later, so it's a much better time. Then Stephen Conroe goes after that, and then Dan goes from 9 to 10:30. Did Dan used to go 2 hours? I think he had got up to 2 hours, and then he decided to cut back to an hour and a half. But if he didn't, he's just about to hit 10,000 subscribers. So anyway, Dan tries to finish up and does pretty good, finishing up at 10:30 Eastern time, and then Pam starts about 11. So it's kind of booked up for today. Doctor of Welsh Magic just popping in from the Saudi side to say hi. Hope you're well and healthy. Welcome, Doc. I do have some salt tanks and some salt videos, not just lizards and not just freshwater. So anything that you want to give me input on, I'd appreciate it. I've only been doing salt a couple of years, so appreciate you coming by. Somebody say, what? I think Mr. Taylor should change his name to the Fish Whisperer. I think somebody already has that moniker. I'm not sure who it is, but I hear somebody else called that, but I don't remember who it is. I thought I told you yesterday on a stream. What, Candy? Are you talking to me or somebody else? You might have. Oh, talking to somebody else. Okay. When Candy talks, you better pay attention because it's important, something you need to know. So, do you guys have any suggestions for another day? I'm pretty open any day. The only time that I would have to give consideration in an evening would be Saturday. I do the ARC kennel on Saturday evening because I want to do that time. I want the young people and the couples, and I want them to have their Saturday evening off. Some of them go Saturday morning and Sunday morning and Sunday evening, but I like to do the Saturday evening, so at least if they can't go to a movie, but you know what I mean, they can have their time off. Right before Dr. Black. Well, I got the impression Mike is going to be coming back. I think Mike just took a hiatus, didn't he? Or he actually said he might still want to stream sometimes during that time. So I definitely don't want to take anybody's time, but that's a good thought. But one thing I didn't do, and I'm not sure if he's here or not, if he is, he's lurking, and that's Brandon, who's also a mod here, Mr. B's, that does the fish tubers notifications. He may have a suggestion as well, or he may know about somebody that's going to give up a time or wants to swap times, or so that might be a good thing to talk with him. So welcome back, Joel. We do need a late night. Well, I don't know how late I want to go. If I did that, I would want it to be maybe a second. I know Dave is saying he wants to go late night because of his sleep schedule and all that. Um, so that makes good sense for him. But he's going to go, I think, after Ed, which is late night, and he'll get a good crowd. Probably better than he's getting now. And he's on today like at 4, but everybody's at work, you know. Candy, do you mind sharing, or Anthony, any mod, whoever can grab it, Nathan's GoFundMe one more time, please? Amy asked me if I would help with that, and I'm honored to do so. So I just don't want to kill the stream. You know I would by trying to post it. If I were on my computer, I probably could manage it. So thank you. Well, give it some thought, guys, because I don't want to lose one single person by changing the schedule. The goal is to get a couple of people that can't. I think I mentioned Sandy for one. She sometimes works over and she's just sitting there, and she, can't be in the stream. So it is. Yeah, Mandy set it up. I was driving, so I'm like, I can't do it. I'm driving. So, and Amy asked, I think, James and Ed about it, and they were with me. And I said, get Mandy to do it. So she did. But yeah, we're always telling Amy, let us know if you need something. You're one of us. So let's show her. She is. Aquarium Guy finally released a new video. Watch it, please, because YouTube is punishing me for not being active. 400 views in 8 days. That's good for me, Aquarium Guy, but you must have a lot of views on your past videos. So they're not promoting it, is what you're saying. So I will make a note here to check it out if I haven't seen it. Thank you, Anthony. All right. So guys, let me know what inputs you have, and people that are not here because they can't be or just missed it, in the comments afterward. I'm not desperate to do a change this week or next week, but I think it's inevitable that I'm going to have to, if I want to keep the people that we have in our group, and maybe grow it a little bit. Speaking of that, how many people are in here? They do that. Oh, Bob, that was for Georgie. You have watched it, the turtle tank. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm still glad I read that out. So I'm always glad to help anybody. A lot of people have helped me and continue to do so. So I'm always glad to help. Uh-oh. Wonder what that one's for. There are a bunch of Nathan Alexander links up there, guys. I should have it in the description, but the things I should do, and you know how that is. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of them up there. I went through the same thing. Good night, Zach. Sleep well. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Candy. Yeah, Nathan Alexander is apparently a fairly common name in GoFundMe anyway. And this doesn't give me the time in here either. Does anybody know the current time? And it doesn't timestamp the comments. I'm going to have to actually get a watch or be where I can see a clock, I guess. Hey, Crystal. How are you doing? Glad you could come. Crystal's one of my best buddies from way back. We kind of grew our channels up together. If you're not familiar with Miss Crystal, check her out. She has fish and plants and little furry animals, and she's just a wonderful person to sit with on Sunday and talk to. 646. Thank you, Candy. All right. Is there a tank that you guys want to see? Anything you want to see at all? That didn't come out right. Let me tell you what I'm going to do while you're thinking about that. Instead of getting 240 breeder tanks this week for a project, I was going to go ahead and put those puffers in 240 breeders. I decided to get a 55 because I lost my 55 several months ago and moved those fish up to a 180. But Nelson lives in the 55 because it would leak with water, the skink. But I'm going to move Nelson in here on top of this chest of drawers or bureau, this green thing over here that you guys never see by the window. And it will hang off on each end, but it won't matter because it just has substrate. It'll be fine there. And I think he'll like it better in here. Lizards here very well. It's got a couple of outlets over there, so he'll have access to heating pads and lights and all that. And he can sleep. He loves to sleep, so he can sleep in here well. I'm also going to move the snake. I'm going to move Sand Creek in here. I was concerned about the cats bothering him, but there's no way they can bother him. There's no way they can see him. There's no way they can get into him. And I don't think they would, even if he were out crawling. I don't think they would bother him, but they're not going to have that option. He's also going to move in here, and he's going to be on a smaller stand, probably near the window, because I want him to be able to get some actual sunlight. And on the 55-gallon stand where Nelson the lizard's coming off of, I did buy a new 55-gallon half price. The $1 per gallon sale. They're not $1, they're half price, so I got it for $69.99 at my Petco. It's a great price for a new 55. And I'm going to put that where my old 55's coming off of with Nelson in it. I'm going to take the rainbows out of the tank that sits down at my feet that has rainbows in it, the big rainbows, and the rainbows that sit behind me and the other 40 breeder. And put them all in the 55. So they have a taller, longer tank. It's not as far, not as deep front to back. But I think they'll like that a lot better. And that was kind of the ideal when I put this 33 that's sitting in front of me in here and put rainbows in it. It hadn't worked out as well as I thought. It's not as big as I would like it to be. So they could actually move in there too when I get the stocking up. So then that leaves me 240 breeders that I haven't had to buy because I bought one tank of 55, and I'm going to put the puffers in that. I'm going to leave the tanks where they are, I guess, just exactly where they are, so I can keep close watch on the puffers. And that solved that problem. It'll open up a 20 that the puffers are in, and I don't have any plans for that, but it'll open that up when all that's done. And I also bought 220 longs. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with those at this point, but since it was $1 per gallon for those, I picked up 2 of them because I love my 20 long coral tank. I did go ahead and buy lids for the new 55. I need to stop there because I'm going to be doing a video about Nelson. I'm going to upgrade his habitat when I move. I'm going to change a lot of stuff about that. So I bought some of that stuff on sale as well. So a lot of moving going on. All right, now here's the test. Where am I moving this and where am I moving that? So I'm glad I was able to save even more money and only add one tank to the current setup and have 2 available for whatever I need. 20 longs are just too nice to pass up on sale. Hey, Jesse. Hey, BTW. Brett, did you see the Puffers get together the other day? I was kind of waiting for you to have a chance. I know you're moving and all that and have a lot of stuff going on, but I was hoping when you got a chance you would give me your thoughts. I say on the video what I speculate, and I still believe it was all food motivated. I think the male went over to the quote unquote female because she had food left and I hadn't fed him yet. And he nipped her, but he didn't break the skin. There was no mark, and she ran from him. So I'm still optimistic. I am going to try to put them in a 40 together, but I've worked it out. That's what I was rambling about, so that I can have a 40 for each of them and have them in close to me. Have the snake and lizard out here where it's quiet. So I think it's going to be better for most everybody. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. Let's do a giveaway. All right, this giveaway is the same as the others. It's going to be a gift certificate for Aquarium Co-op, or a gift certificate for Dan's Fish, or a gift certificate for Amazon. And the other two were $50, so this one will be $100. So you guys, I guess you're lucky you're hearing this stream. So I kind of feel like the people that are here should get the opportunity, and people that can't be here, that's nothing against them, but you can't have it every week. I saw that. I took quick action. Oh, about the Puffers. Yeah, I watched them, but then after I saw it going downhill, I wanted to let it play out. BTW, I did, and I personally think they'll be just fine. Do that all the time. That's completely normal. Well, I read that after that, so that's why I want to try. Listen at me, I'm like a kid. I want to try them in. I want to try them in a 40 together. So if it doesn't work, I can split them back up. And if it does work, I've got a 40 open. How about that? And a 20. How about that? All right, let's do the number thing. There is a giveaway, and it's a $100 gift certificate for Dan's, Corey's, or Amazon. And so you guys, how many people are in here right now? Candy told me the time, but I think do we have time to do it? I hope we do. Oh, Candy, if you only knew how much I appreciate and how much the Fish Fam gives back to me, and people like you and so many other people in here, Susan, so many people in here. So, some people might say that, I should have announced it and all that. Well, I should have, I could have, I would have. I did the last ones, and I said there were going to be 3. And last week I did the same thing, but I announced it at the first. So let's do it. All right. How many people are in here? 40, Pam? All right. So the number is between 1 and 40. And it's the person that hits the number or goes closest without going over. In the event of tie, those 2 or 3 people will redraw. And if Candy will type, hey Streetwise, welcome, just in time for the giveaway. Candy will type start, and we're going to do for 2 minutes. Uh-oh. I can type it, but I'll knock the phone down. All right. Is there anybody that for any reason can't type a number? Will help you. Have I got enough rings on? Not even going out of the house except to the mailbox. Look at this. Where are my hands? All right, we've got about a minute left. Thank you, James. Love it when you spit and urinate and poop and throw up. You've given me a ton, Candy. Go ahead and do a number, girl. Hey, Bryce, we're doing a giveaway, so put a number between 1 and 40 real quick. I'm not fancy, actually. I just wanted an old man's. I always wanted one since I got old, and that's been, where the hell is it? Not that one, that one. And I finally found that. They're expensive. I finally found that one at a pawn shop, but I got the guy down about half the price. No more trips to Mexico. James, I told you not to mention that I took you out of the country with all those warrants. Now they'll be after me. All right, has everybody put in a number that wants a number in? Because when we say stop, that's it. All right. I think I saw the number go by twice. If I can get it there. That was last week right there. That's this week. So the number is 11. I thought I saw it a couple of times. There's 31. There's 11. Boss Hog. Hey, Boss Hog. Tiffany, 22. Colette, 13. Tom Patterson, 13. Maria, 32. Pam is 12. So close to Pam. It just jumped on me. It's never done that. Now I see James, 27. A hobby hub personality. What is that? I'm going to have to look that up now, you know, streetwise. It's what Santa Claus does in the... Okay. That may be the only one. Does anybody else have an 11? That's the only one I see. Is Boss Hog. Congratulations, Boss Hog. You hit it right on the nail right on the head. Awesome. I will need to find out from you if you want to do it at Aquarium Co-op, if you want to do it at Dan's Fish, or you want to do it at Amazon. So if you will email me that and your email, I will take care of getting that and getting it to me. Candy helped me get the link last time to the co-op. In the mix everywhere. That's because I have no live streetwise. No, it's because I love you guys and I really enjoy being in the streams. Do you need my email, Boss Hog? And do you accept the gift? I guess we need you to say if you don't want it for any reason, you can give it to anybody. I mean, that's up to you too. I assume you want it. You don't have to take it. Okay, awesome, good. I would. Give it to me. Do you need my email? Thank you, Patrick. It's ARK, just ARK, of Cleveland at AOL.com. And that's actually the ARK shelter email, but I provide that email platform for them, the AOL account. I pay for it because AOL does do some things that we still need to do with our shelter So that's why we still have AOL. And but I am the administrator. I'm the only one that reads the emails. arcofcleveland@aol.com. That's it. So just decide, and it's not by midnight or anything like that, Boss Hog. Just in the next couple of days, and put on there that you won. Your email may not say Boss Hog, but just jolt an old man's memory. Won the giveaway. All right, it's got to be Big Rob's time, isn't it? Big Rob's time now. Hey, Chevy Fish. Is it time to be over at Rob's? We just did a giveaway, Chevy Fish, and Boss Hog won this third one. All right, I think Rob already has gone live, and if not, he's about to. So you don't see a stream link. I don't recall him saying he wouldn't be here. We don't have a hashtag. He seems to enjoy the hashtags. Some people don't notice them or don't always call them out, but he does. Hey, Mary. Mary was the winner last week. We just had another drawing, Mary, and did the third giveaway, and Boss Hog won it. So, on the baby, is the baby still having some good signs, like making urine and stuff? For guys that don't know, Mary's daughter had a baby that had to have a cesarean section, I think, and the uterus was torn, and so the baby's having a lot of issues on the ventilator and stuff. So she's asked for prayer from us, and so if you didn't know about that, please do so. Mary's a fairly new member, but she's definitely one of us. So. But yeah, she won a giveaway last week, and she's setting up some tanks, and so it was very handy for her. She's the one I needed the link for, Candy, for co-op. So. Oh, Brett. Thank you. Central Illinois. We've got beautiful weather here right now. Well, he's not, I didn't get any notification that he went live, but yeah, I still would get them because I've been getting notifications. There's Diamond the Cat. Some of the channels I'm sub to, guys, are not fish channels. I've told you that. When you see people in here that I'm sub to that are not fish people, or they're saltwater, so no stream for Rob. Well, we've got two choices. We can go ahead and end our stream, or I can talk a little more and show you some things, some requests. Either one's fine for me. I was excited about going on Rob's stream. He still could come on late, so we could hang out and see if he does. It doesn't matter. Candy's trying to work, so Candy, if you need to go, I understand that, of course. My chicks didn't go back. What? Chickens. I've heard turkeys will do that, but when I was growing up on the two farms that I went between, there's Aquaballs just went live. Did he just go live, or he just posted a video? I guess he just, I don't know. Aquaballs is doing something. Yeah, go on, Candy. Thank you so much. I love you. Yeah, go on and do your work. It's too hot. You're not painting, Pam? Pam, I almost thought about doing, and I didn't want to put you at such short notice, thought about doing a giveaway on your stream. That doesn't mean that we may not do that in the future, but might surprise people. Sometimes Pam, when she's desperate, hitting the bottom of the barrel, scratching the bottom, it's dry, she'll ask me to come up and talk to her. We'll go with the 2. I thought that said 21. I started to say, Maria, you know I'm your very, very, very best friend on YouTube, and you know that I need a pair of those 21. Oh, well, good, Pam. Good. As long as the heat's not too much. You are hoping I'll come up? No pressure? Well, I did take a shower today. My hair doesn't look like it, but I did take a shower, so if I'm awake, I'll come up, and I'm usually awake. See you, Candy. HHH Serpents is talking to me about her new ball python she got today. I mean, a comment, answering a comment of a lot of reptile and snake channel. Tornado didn't hit us, but hit just around my house, the yard, the gutters on my house and stuff. I've had so many tornadoes. I've seen more tornadoes on my property the last 2 years than I've seen in my whole life, I'm sure. Still got trees down after having them taken up twice. I still have trees down this year. That vanilla Starbucks is good, but no, Dharma. You got your booty right in the camera. Yes, you do. Go on over there. Go over there. See the box? Look at the box. One is, yep, that's about my bedtime, between 1 and 2. Thanks, Marco. And like I said, if you guys love plants and flowers, check out his video from yesterday. Not just that one, he's got some awesome vids, but that one, I loved that one. I keep looking over there, Maria, because I'm envisioning this there's so many ways to do this bark, and I've never seen it this thick like this. This is definitely a premium product. I bet you paid a lot for that. You shouldn't have done that, but I know it's for the snake, not for me. It's for the snake. All right. Keep us posted, Mary. Oh, thank you, Candy. I see why people start calling Candy a robot. I know she's not, but hair looks great, Bob. I ain't seen that much on my dome in 20 years. Oh, my hair? Well, I got it cut off, and then when I get out of the shower, because y'all need to know this, I just do like that, and I don't comb it, but then I take my fingers and kind of try to part it and pick it up a little, and then I give it one spritz. It's a lot cooler too, like that. Oh man. Yep, I was really going to grow that mullet out and dye it purple, but that group of people, they were anti-mullet. They held me down and shaved it off. I bet it's on somebody's hat, on the back of somebody's hat. Oh, I see how many people are in here now. I could see it the whole time. What an idiot. It says there are 34 people. Well, I hope Rob is okay. It's not like him to miss. I wonder if he's still out on the schedules, or if he canceled. I would be afraid to try and look. I don't think I can. He might have canceled on there, so. I'm going to play with buttons, so theme, minimal. Oh, I can put a logo on this stream. I didn't know that. And I have premium. I didn't know I had premium StreamYard, so that means I agreed to pay something. Wonder how much that costs. Wonder how much that costs. Default theme, minimal, brand color. That must be like for a border. Brand number 1, new brand. Got a logo. Okay. Bob is just paying the bills without asking questions. I don't remember at 25. I had a thing when I got my monthly Patreons and memberships or whatever that came up on is $9. It seemed like it was something about StreamYard. Right, Eplin. Right. I don't even have a basement. I wish I did. No, I don't have either one of those. I'll have to go back and look at the email. I saved it. I save all those notifications, and just in case something doesn't look right. And then, like usually once a year, I'll delete them all. Gold coins. That would be good. That would be so cool. The only gold I've got is a big nugget that my dad purified. He used to pan for gold out in Arizona. He lived in Southern California. And he loved to pan gold and sell it and give it to people. But anyway, he purified some so that it's, I don't know how many carats it is, but it's just almost gold. Very, very bright yellow. And melded the pieces together. It's a chunk. Carla, I had a iPad and I never used it. I hadn't used it for a year. I have a desktop computer, but I don't like sitting in one place. I like to be up moving, so I don't know. You know me. But yeah, I gave my iPad to my, who did I give it to? My financial planner. He was going to have to go out of town to some kind of thing where they were required training. He's a vice president at the bank too, but for some kind of thing where they were required to bring their own device, like an iPad or a tablet, and he didn't have one, and he was saying he was going to have to borrow one or get his daughter's, but she was at college or something. And I said, you can have mine. I should have said, I can loan you mine, but I still haven't needed it since I gave it to him like 6 months ago. So 24 karat. Yeah, I don't even know where that thing's at. It's in a drawer somewhere. It's hidden from me and everybody. So I used to wear it on a necklace and worried my daddy said somebody will rob you or get that. So I stopped. Seen his giant Kaler's aquatic medallion. What the hell are you talking about, Kurt? I see why I couldn't see, because I had the screen. I meant to have my hair cut off like it is right there, but when I was watching it, well, you can't see. I was just seeing like from my glasses up, and that's where the length of the stream is and how many people are in it is located. It's only the second time I've been on here. Giant Kaler's Aquatics medallion. Oh, for my wrapping days. That's the one. It doesn't look like any kind of medallion. It's just the nuggets. Like he did it himself, I think, just like molded together, just stuck together. And some of them were, one of them was jagged and it would always get caught on things. If I was wearing a sweater or something and had it out, it would always catch in that. That's one reason I didn't. Yep, he was running with Run DMC for a minute. Where do you think I learned to twerk, Kirk? Where do you think I learned to twerk? Yeah, I've got one of those 11s that's a little bit bigger, but I don't think I would want an iPad still. I might try to stream on my desktop and then share this out. Does anybody want to come up here and sit with me or sit on the screen with me? I know how to do that. There's still 39 people here. I bet a lot of these people were looking for Rob 93. Wonder where Rob's at. And you know, usually he'll come in here toward the end too. Sometimes he lurks, but he'll usually say, hey, you know, and I'll tell people you need to go over there. 4-ounce nugget. Tried to sell it when gold was $4.50. Yep. Gold is one of those things. It's just like diamonds too. Just like diamonds. I learned that the hard way. Bob has secrets. I do have secrets. I have a past. I'm going to be 65 in a few weeks, so I've definitely got a past. Yep. Run DMC's the one that crowd taught me how to twerk. Go sit on his screen. James said he wasn't spending another 99 cents. He's not doing it. How's the python? I think that's the second time I saw that go by. How's the python? He is doing well. He was out earlier today and thought his bad self was hidden over in the plastic red and green vines behind his hide that he likes to stay in most of the time. But I could see him. The pattern was not hidden at all. Thank you, James. It's $1.98. I can get a small drink with that. Small drink. I know. Raul's worried about it. Another super sticker. Or is that the one I just saw? Hey, Bill. $1,800 an ounce. Dang, I need to unload this thing. I've got a lot of other gold too, besides that piece, but I bet that's, wonder how they do it. I guess the carat it is depends on, when you say 1,800 an ounce, that's probably for pure gold or 24 karat, or that's 3 now, a medium drink. Yep. And if I ask for no ice, since I like to with my iced coffee, it's a large. Did you know that? Yep. If you say no ice, it's a large all of a sudden. Just saying. Take a note, kids. What is today anyway? Tuesday? So Ed's on tonight with Chris. That's me that keeps shaking the desk with my leg just to see if I can. Well, it's keeping me from getting on the computer in there and finishing up my taxes. It looks like I may not have to pay anything, so that's good. Anything more, I paid plenty last year. 24 karat. I'll have to try to find that thing. I think it's in some furniture that I moved into the closet to make room for a tank stand, like a bedside table or something. I think that's where it's at. Ooh, I just remembered I had another cup of coffee made. I bet it's old now. Hey, Rob. Welcome. We are just hanging out here because Rob 93 didn't stream and my stream was over a while back. But we don't want to leave. We're just going to hang out here and do what we want to do. The little convict fish from Nathan that stayed here instead of going with the other 20 to California are doing okay with the fire mouse outside in their tank. They're funny. They've learned that I come out the door, so they look at the glass. They watch in the window for me. They're over there now looking at me through the window. They're smart little rascals. You could be looking at the woods and all of that outside, but no, they're looking at me in here. And they've already eaten today, too. Had you guys rather look at some rainbow fish? I won't even have to move the camera. Let's see. Let's see. My ham's touching the buttons. That might not be the best idea. I love turtles, wild edibles. Mm-hmm. Somebody touched a button. You are a little bit late, Lefty. Normally I would already be out of here, but Rob didn't. Rob 93 didn't go live at his portion of time, so we refused to leave. We're just hanging out here. We had a giveaway, and Boss Hog won that. Just trying to figure out how to turn this. Hang on, guys. Whoa. All right. I turned myself upside down, not the tank. Not the camera, I mean. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Nope. Nope. Settings. I'm never going to get used to this. Never. Back camera done. There we go. And there we are. I don't think I can check email or anything while I'm doing this, so. What's Dan giving away tonight? Is that what y'all are talking about? I'm behind per usual. Where did all the plants go? Some of them are floating. A lot of them died, is the simple answer. But a lot of them are floating in there. A couple of mats, and I hate to bother them because I know that they spawn in them. Not that any of the little betas would survive. Um, and some of them I pulled for that outdoor tank. And some of them I pulled for some, but the majority of them died. But what didn't, I pretty much pulled out what wasn't floating around. That's no rice fish. Those are Corridoras, axolotls. What's Dan giving away tonight? Where did all the plants go? So I answered that. Well, he just gives them away streetwise. You don't have to bid on them or anything. He just gives them away, unless he's starting to do an auction. Daisy's rice fish. Oh, okay. I've got some of those from Pam, and I've got babies from them too. So if I win them, I will probably give those away. Somebody said they wanted to see something, but I forgot what it was or where it was. Oh, axolotls. Can we see axolotls again? Axolotls have lights out, so I'm not going to bother them till I feed them. Sorry, George, I would, but they have lights out. I've been giving them lights out a lot lately. They definitely have still not recovered from spawning, and it's been 2 weeks. See, I said I called this out in a stream yesterday. Patrick always wants everybody's winnings. He always. And Susan said she couldn't even walk in his house. It was almost as bad as mine with critters. Inside and out, like mine. No, she didn't say that. I've seen it for myself. Shelby Ray Lane, I haven't heard from. You know, we missed her a few months ago, and then she popped back up, and she had a situation very much like Candy's husband, and was going through rehab and stuff. But I haven't heard from her. And you know who I still haven't seen? You know, FF57. That's who I was going to say. I was asking about her yesterday, and that's not like her. If you don't ask, you never get, Bob. That's not true, Patrick. You can just take. Just take it. Do like Ginger Graves and say, mine, mine, mine. And take it. I hope she's lurking. Oh, she was moving. 57 was moving. I could go on Shelby Ray's channel and comment and see if she answers. It looks like there are no fish in there because that's a spot they don't ever swim. There are a bunch of fish in there. There they go down there, most of them. Figure out which way to turn your head. I saw Honeybee not long ago. I think Honeybee was on Mark's stream. I saw Honeybee like in the last week, 2 weeks at the most. I'm pretty sure that was Mark's stream. Tosh time. It's going live. Last Saturday. All right, just just because my right leg is asleep. Oh, yeah. I'm up and on the move. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get another look at this. Look at this. I just can't get over this. And can get all the way under there. This one here is what you pay it for as a big one, like at one of the big box stores, but this one is huge. And she said that was a medium and that was a small. And look how thick the bark is. Look at this. All the wedges, and if I put it up like that, it probably wouldn't hold water, but it would absorb it more. Sorry, guys. Yep, I'm going to be playing with bark instead of doing taxes, but I need to do those taxes. Yeah, Mark's panel. Yeah. Yeah, she was going to go on his, but something was wrong. That's right. She was going to go up on Mark's. I see you guys. Now you're going to try to hide. You've been watching me in the window. I see you. You're so cute. I see you. See all three of them. Three of them. There's four. Been looking in the window at me. Yep. Little beggars. Little beggars. I wish you guys could see the guppies. We had some wind today, and it blew down like these yellow, orange leaves are summer leaves that are dying off from the trees. The trees aren't dying, just some of the, for it being so dry. But I wish you could see these champagne jam guppies. They are incredible. I've already fed them, but I usually feed them right about dark again. Some of these leaves out. They don't need any more tannins, that's for sure. I think I got all of those larvae out of there. I haven't seen any more of them. Nymphs. $39 people. I guess that's correct. Come on, guppies, show yourselves. There's something moving around. They're so skittish. Updating everyone on my dad. I'm reading the pop-ups. They keep acting like they're going to come over there. There's a couple of them over there under the plants, but can't see them. Oh well. They like those plants. Oh, as soon as I came back out, one of them was, they want me to throw some food in there is what they want. They're staying right under the edge of the plants and they don't like to come out. That little clearing there is where I feed them most of the time, and see they're over there nibbling at the top. No, I like all that stuff. All of those plants have those long, long roots. The better to hide those fry with. I was so surprised 2 years ago when I got, oh my God, there must have been 200 swordtails out of there. Yep, they're staying right over there. Right out of sight where they feel safe. Oh, just me moving scared them. Sometimes I come out at night and put the light on real quick. The male guppies are usually right up at the top. Well, they're easy to see because they're so colorful. It takes them a second to wake up. I might try getting a picture of them like that. Little mosquitoes. Out of here, guys. And who's over here watching? And moved over to this side now. Little convicts are so funny, or little cichlids in general. Follow me around. You guys have eaten like little pigs today. That's where Nelson's going to go. Up there. He's 55. It'll hang off on each end. That's fine. Look at this. See, they came all the way around. They've been sitting there watching me while I was doing the stream. Funny, funny. Well, 45 people on here. Carla leaving. See you, Carla. That's yours. See that tree that's laying over there by the outhouse? The brown one laying down, that was your tree. Hazy and Ginger, welcome. Normally be gone, but Rob 93 didn't go live, so we're just still hanging out, relaxing. Uh-oh. I'd say they have, because there's about twice as many likes as people. Zen, you haven't been here, have you? For the last hour or so, or have you? I don't know. We're trying to make a concerted effort to share Nathan's GoFundMe that you set up. You were eating. Awesome. 61 likes. Yeah, that's what I said, about twice as many. But yeah, we're trying to share that around in streams. So I Candy was here, she's probably lurking, but she had 40 emails, so she went on. And her and Anthony each shared it, I think. There we go. See there? Don't we ever talk about Candy, because boom, there she is. Mm-hmm. Oh, they had leaves fall in their tank, or one, I just see it in there. Probably need to top them off pretty soon. I thought about putting a thermometer in that tank, and I stuck my finger in today, and I said, 78. I don't know who J. King Wilson is. I'm kidding. I don't know what time his stream is, though. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, okay. I'm always in Steven's stream. That's why I don't know. Then we're on the lookout for a possible new home for the stream. Um, just to get out of people's dinner and commute and work time. Um, and it doesn't have to be this day. In fact, this day is pretty booked. So if you see or hear of anything, I'm going to talk to Brandon about it too to see if he has any suggestions or knows of anything. Yeah, the number of likes doesn't mean that everybody that's in there has liked. Fish Tank Barn, Tuesday, 9 your time. Yeah, but I said I didn't want to take Mike's slot because he said, I heard him say that he might still stream in that time every now and then. What else was there? Somebody said up here, Stephen will be streaming on Friday. That's right. He did say that. He said that last week, and I forgot it. So I may think about that. So that will be right before Dan, too. Ooh, I don't know if I can sit 2.5 hours. Yeah, I can do it all the time. I'd like to stay on Wednesdays if I can. If and I can, after saying today. Tibby wants Wednesday, don't you, Tibby? Tibby, you want Wednesday? Okay, Tibby said Wednesday. He told me he is not. Okay, all right. I'm from the hospital. I didn't know you were in the hospital, Tim. Jeez. Let's see, that's at 9 o'clock. No. What time is multi-tank? That may be too late for me. This pulmonary emboli are a bitch. Are they real painful, Tim? The people that are the patients and the friends I've had that had them, they were painful. So it would be 8 to 9 Central for Mike's time, which would actually be 9 to 10 Eastern. Yeah, oh, there, Candy said that. So that's at 9, and then Stephen is still on Wednesday, but he's at 8 Eastern, I think. Yeah, because he's before Dan. That might be better. Of course, that puts the 5 o'clock people in California still just getting off work and commuting. It's two good spots. I'll talk to Brandon and see what he suggests. I was trying to think, and the main thing is I just want to be able to have people that can't come on here because of work or commuting and tell me that, be able to come. But I don't want to lose any of the people now to do that. You have to use any oxygen, Tim? Oh, that would be cool to go before Dan, and then Pam. That would be really cool. Today it's no time because he messaged me and asked me to share that he couldn't go today. It was work related or something. So today it's no time. He's fine. He can't go today because of a work related thing. Unless there's something else, Shiva, you're talking about. And I put it on the schedule. Quoted, copied, and pasted it on there. I can't change the schedule. I can just make notes under it like everybody else. Only when I move around, like mountain sickness. Oh, that's an awful feeling. Yep. What are the plants in front of that 10-gallon? You said the other day. They're the same coleus. I think they're called coleus or something like that. The old people all say it different. The tags thrown underneath there. Candy don't know what they are, how to spell them, but they're the same as those over there with the broadleaf. You can get them in all kinds of colors. They're annuals. Some people actually break them off and root them successfully and keep them. Thank you, Anthony. Over the winter and replant them, but I've never tried to do that. How many tanks did I buy? Tim, I bought 220 longs, and instead of getting two, everybody's side-eyeing and rolling their eyes like, oh God, instead of getting 240s, I bought a 55 to put back on the 55 stand, and I'm going to keep the lizard in the 55 that leaks and move him off that stand. And I'm going to take my two 40 breeder rainbow tanks, not the 33, just the 240s, combine those rainbows in the new 55, and I'll have 240 breeders for my puffers. But I had started out to get 240s, and then I thought, why do I want to do that when I've got two if I get a 55? So, and I got lids, for the 55, and I got, oops, can't say that. Got a video coming out about the lizards, so can't say everything I got. But I got 220 longs and a 55 so far, and I've got 3 projects to do because of it that I need to be doing. Yeah, my granny used to do that, and my great aunt. They used to do that. And they also used to take in and overwinter impatiens. They used to do that. I've never tried that, but apparently you can. Sun's starting to go below the tops of the trees down into the foliage. So the tank's getting its second round of sun today. And the coleus. I've eaten all my little tomatoes. I need to go out and pick some more. I might try to root some of them in one of those 40 breeder tanks, the one that's in front of the window in there by the parakeets. A solid maroon, like that maroon one out there, dragging by the tub. You see that maroon one out there? Sit. See that big maroon one out there? When the leaves come out, they're green and maroon, and then they all turn maroon. There's 2 plants, and they're the opposite. One of them comes out with maroon leaves, and they turn green and maroon, so they're opposites. "41 people. Just waiting to see if James would come back and give me enough money to get me a crystal burger. I think that's what I've got out on the driveway by the tomatoes. I can't remember. I just pick up the ones that look pretty and go with them. It's amazing how much they grow. I've got a really pretty one over at the Ark. It's like a maroon and green also. James, I guess I won't eat. I'll just get the medium Coke. James gave me enough to get a diet. A small Coke, and then he doubled his in so I could get a medium. And I said if I get no ice in it, it can be like a large, but not enough to get a crystal burger. Did Susan leave? I can't see who's in here either. I don't remember thanking her for the super chat. I guess I did at the time. Yeah, surely I did. Surely. Yeah, that's an abomination to have those empty tanks sitting around. I think it was Stingcloth that, yeah, it was, that did a members only. And they, well, Brandon is a mod. He's one of my mods. But the thing about running the schedule is that the schedule's only as good as the people that are on it are responsible. That's the problem, is people decide, oh, they're not going to go today, and they don't let anybody know. So therein lies the problem. Of course, you could tell people that they get one freebie, and the second one they get taken off the schedule for 2 weeks, and the third one they can find another schedule. I don't know. How do you make people be responsible? I don't know. I don't know. Yep. And Brandon, did a test of that a couple, 3 weeks ago. And people speculated that he forgot it, that he did or just did that. And finally, I asked him, and he said, "Well, you were the only one that asked about it, but I know people were speculating." So, and people told him, yeah, they appreciated it and they needed it, but I think until people do it, they don't understand that it's a people person, not a scheduling thing. I mean, the slot that I'm in right now, somebody was going to do it. They kept saying for several weeks they were going to do it. And finally, I just went and said, well, if they come, they can have it. And I've been doing it, 3 months now? So, and so much has been going on too with the last few months. So, what's the matrix? Yeah, it's a free service too. So people should really try not to abuse it. I was kind of inclined to cancel this morning, but then I decided not to do it. So I've only had to cancel once in my 3 month career, and that was for a pop up meeting that I had to go to at work at the Arc. Just realized that I'm just looking out my window, and nobody wants to see that. Nobody. Solar fountains. I forget that I'm the one doing that. That I can change the comment. Oh, I know. I can just try to find the little pygmy giraffe catfish. I usually don't see him unless I'm feeding him or her. Get you all dressed up. Just reading back through the my problem about bringing the annuals in is these cats get into stuff, get into plants. Kind of looks like that Chinese catfish thing that gets 3 feet long. Had the real high dorsal, kind of. Mm-hmm. Holly, that's not a bad idea, and I've heard that before, not in a while. But so does the person that's having to cancel um, call their backup, their first backup, or notify their first backup, then their second? Or does the person that's doing the schedule, because I know Brandon, like Candy, has a full time job. Both of them actually have overtime jobs. No, James, I think I only went. Dr. Black messaged me and asked me to go for him one time. That was maybe 2 months ago. Or I dreamt that. Like Candy, I dreamt something. I can't remember anybody else. I may have done one other, but I doubt it because I haven't been live streaming in a long, long time. I used to all the time, but thank you, Uncle Boss. It's not, I'm gonna have to take that title apart and clean it. I think it's the impeller making that noise. I'll do it when I put that new impeller in the one that I've got down to replace. But yeah, my Severums are my favorite fish. They really are. Yeah, what Anthony said is true. And some people are on the schedule week after week, but then they never stream. Or they might one day out of the month. So how do you handle that? It's it's holding a spot, but they don't ever use it. That's how I got this spot. I mean, somebody kept saying they were going to use it, and they didn't. So after I had been doing it about 6 weeks, they did pop up one day, and they said, "Oh, I was going to use this one," and I'm like, "Well, if you want it, let me know." I haven't heard anything since. So. I haven't seen Jesse, Anthony. I don't think. He might have been here at the very start. I haven't seen him lately. I can't see who's on here. Thank you, Candy. Love you. Mm-hmm. Wonder what stream that is. I bet it was. If her next stream has started, that means my next stream has started too. I do not mod in Stevens. I asked not to be a mod there, and he's got several good mods, so it gets to the point. I had 27 one time. I think it's 22 now. That's plenty for me. All right, everybody that's still here, 37 people. I'm going to see where Candy went because that's probably where I'm going to go. If not, I'm going over to Stephen Conroe if he is going tonight. Last week may have been his last stream. I think that's what Zen was saying, and that he's going after Ohio Fish Rescue now. Is Stephen on the schedules to go? Stephen Conroe? I think that was Zen's point, is that he won't be streaming tonight. Jay Wilson. All right. Thank you, Zen. And obviously that was her point. Thank you, Zen. Carla's back. Tornado warning pass. Just big scary booms. I hate that. My dogs hate that. Yeah, that's me. I get settled into knowing who I want to watch, and that's what it takes me forever to change. Thank you, Zen. All right, guys, I'm going to head over, use that link and head over to Jay Wilson's. I haven't followed Jay for a while. His videos, yes, but not his stream, because I was following Steven. So I'll follow Steven, I guess, to Thursday nights is where he went now. Thursday or Friday. I'll find him. Thank you guys for hanging out. I feel like I did two streams of nothing. Now we talked a lot and had a giveaway, so that was fun. See you later, guys. Thank you. Take care. I'm so hungry, James. James wouldn't give me $1.